Lord, why you always doing that? Why you always doing that?
Good evening.
Good evening. Talia is here. Good evening, everybody. I just want to welcome everybody. We are here this evening. I started off with our team song, It's a New Level. I wanted that song to just hit our spirits as we begin. And I wanted that song to be the first thing you hear because it is a reminder of why we're here. It is a reminder of why. Why are we taking this time out? Why are you choosing to spend your precious time in this community with me? Why am I here with you? And we are here because we have made a decision that it's a new level. And you know, there was a part at the end that said prophesy, and they started speaking in tongues. And I want to say this evening, even if you are unable to speak in an unknown tongue, even if you are unable to say in a different language, I want us to say this evening, it's a new level. And I feel it really heavy in my spirit to say that, because there's some of us who are coming here who have not yet made that decision that it's a new level. It is easy to stay in your comfort zone. It is comfortable to just, you know, you're doing something new. You're in a new program, but you expect to stay the same. You expect to do the same things. You expect to get the same results. And I'm here to remind you this evening through that song that we are here this evening because we've made a decision that it's a new level. We've made a decision. It starts with a decision. It's a new level. Now, what does that new level look like? What does that new level really mean? What does it really mean? It's a new level. You know, it sounds simple. It sounds cliche. But what does it really mean for each of us? Good evening. It's a new level. I pray that you would join me this evening and declare it's a new level. You have to say it. Because I'm coming here week after week, and I come here with joy. I come here with enthusiasm. I come here with intentionality. I come here whether you come in here or not. Because for me, it's a new level. And you too have to declare to yourselves, it's a new level. If you don't decide that it's a new level for you, you may just come here because you like me. You may just come here because, you know, it's a good place to hang out. You may just come here because you said you're coming. You understand what I'm saying? But that's not why we're really here, right? We are here because we're all intentional about going to the next level. We are intentional about taking ourselves. First of all, it starts with a personal shift. The personal shift. Who am I? Now, if I'm going to go to that next level, who do I have to become to go to that next level? What are the things that I have to change about me? Now, I'm your coach, Cheryl Outram, and for those of you who know me, there's some people who know me, there's some who like me, and there's some who don't. But it's okay. I pray that if you like me or don't like me, that you love me. That's what's important. You know, you can love people that you don't like. So I pray that you love me. But I am here with a hard task of pushing those of you who have decided to do this with me out of your comfort zone. That's my responsibility. Please help me to do that. Please give me permission to do that. If you want to come here, you don't want to change. If you want to come here, you don't want to grow. If you want to come here, you want to hold on to what you know and not allow me to empower you or to impart the things that I am here to do, then we're going to have a struggle. But I am here because I am committed to your success. I am committed to you going to the next level. I am committed to me going to the next level, because when we come together in community, not only am I impacting you, but you're also impacting me. And that's why we're here. That's why we're taking these hours every Sunday evening to come in this space. There are many places we could be. There's so many Zooms going on right now. This is precious prime. This prime precious family time. But we are here because we want to take ourselves, we want to take our families, we want to take our business, we want to take our legacies to the next level. And I just want to declare that. And I'm not saying it with any anger. I'm not saying it with any animosity. I'm just dropping it like it's hot because that's the reality. That's the fact. That's why we are here. And I'm saying it because I want each person who's here. There's some of us who are struggling. There's some who, they're here, but they're not really making it. They're still in bondage to situations, to mind, things that are plaguing their minds. But I want to say that regardless of where you're at right now, you are here because you want to go to the next level. And going to that next level starts with you making a decision. You have to make the decision. I am here to push you. Your success is my success. I am here to push you. Right? As I thought about this session last week, we did the first part of eating your financial life frog. And, by now, this session should have 20 plus people based on the people who said yes, that they're coming to this. Now, those of you who know me know that I don't, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I tell you I'm going to kill you, pick your suit out. That's how I roll. That's how I operate. Because the only thing that will stop me from doing what I have to do for you is death. It's that simple. So I just want to remind us that the role that you have to play in going to your next level, you are going to have to make some serious commitments to yourself about going to that next level. Not to me, to you. Because I can only support you and help you as much as you allow me. Now, I had an interesting experience. I was teaching a class at Grizzly Resource Center. And I taught this group of students, adult students. And when the class was finished, apparently they tried to surprise me and they did this get together, this birthday party for me, unknown to me. And I went to class as normal. It was the last day of class. I went to class as normal. I'm getting paid for teaching as normal. I'm there to teach. And lo and behold, the aide and all the students had this big thing set up and it was a surprise. There was one lady on this class, and I'm going to invite her to this session for one of these occasions. There was a lady on this class that I met, Judy Ford. Judy Ford was a student on the class, and I missed her for that class, so I asked where she was, and everybody was like, well, she's not here. Nobody knew where she was or whatever. And apparently, she was supposed to send an item for that get-together. You know what happened? Judy Ford got in an accident in Hines Hill. She was going through an experience that had her mind all confused, and what happened, she said she went through the lights at West Terrace, and after that she blanked out. She don't know what happened after that. She got in an accident at Hines Hill, got out of the vehicle. The person who stopped to help her, she asked them to take the sandwiches and the juices that she was supposed to deliver to the get-together party for me to the Grizzly Resource Center. That's what she did. And when I heard what happened, and the person came and said, well, this is what she asked them to do, I was like, but this is madness. Right? This is madness. No, after that, no, she was a student, she was part of the class and so on, so I didn't have like personal contact and stuff for her. But her sister called me then on the weekend and said to me, well, she had asked her to call me and let me know what happened, and she was in hospital and stuff. I had no choice but to stop whatever I was doing and go and look for her and be there with her and for her. And I'm just using that as an example sometimes of how hard we have to go, how we have to make extreme decisions in the midst of extreme circumstances to do what has to be done. Now that incident, Bernard is here shaking his head because Bernard got to go to Judy Ford's house and he met Judy, so he knows what I'm saying is true. That incident has given me a lifelong friendship. Lifelong friendship. Right? None of us, it wasn't a case where we were doing it so that we can get this result or something. That's just who we are. And I'm saying this evening, if we are going to go to the next level, we have to be very, very intentional about who we're going to become. Who am I going to be? Like I said before, part of this, there are 3 parts to this program. Be more. Because if you want to do more, you have to be more. So you have to be more consistent. You have to be more committed. You have to be more clear about what you want to achieve in life, right? You have to be more disciplined. You have to be more resilient. There was a time I had a class, I had chikungunya. I didn't even know I had chikungunya. It was the last day of class again. My students were supposed to do an exam. And I was in so much pain. And I said, but I cannot. I mean, these students have done all the work. Now, if I don't go to this class for them to do the exam, it means they will not have an exam. They will not have a certificate. They will not have a grade. I drove and dragged myself to the Parkinson Resource Center. When I went to the center, I realized, well, I'm in the room and I'm feeling cold. So I asked them to turn off the AC. They turned off the AC. Another student who Bernard would have met as well, Dawn. Dawn came in the room not knowing what was happening and said, in here hot. No, she's going through, the big M. Dawn went and turned on the AC and it started shivering and ran out. So when I ran out, she came up behind me. She said, what happened with you? I said, I don't know. I just feel real cold. She said, so what are you doing here? I said, I come because I got to teach the class. I couldn't just bail out on the last thing. So as a matter of fact, from the time I got out of the car, some students saw me and they said, Mom, you want help? And they came and helped me with my bags. I did not know I had chikungunya. They were the ones who told me, wait, Mom, you got chikungunya? It apparently is giving bare pains in the knees. And I did not know, but it did not matter. The fact is I wasn't dead. I had a duty to perform. I was being paid for a job and it had to be done, right? Because the experiences I've had in life have taught me, right? I mean, I might say some frightening things to you this evening, but these are my experiences. The experiences I've had in life have taught me that you ain't dead until you're dead. Might sound scary. You ain't dead until you're dead, right? No matter how much it hurts, no matter how it seems as though you're losing it all mentally or emotionally or physically, you ain't dead until you're dead. Because you know what I've learned in my difficult seasons? That sometimes I cried longer than I should have. Sometimes I mourned dead things longer than I should have. The time I spent mourning, I could have been moving. I spent 9 years mourning a divorce. 9 years. You know how I know it was 9 years? Because the day that I was putting out a note about my father's death, it was 9 years that my father had died. And my divorce happened around that same time. When I was going to say, well, it's 9 years since I missed Daddy, it hit me. What? But then it was 9 years since you've been divorced. Why are you still mourning? Why are you still crying? Why haven't you began to make forward movements? I was still stuck. And when grieving the divorce was one side of grief. But grieving 9 years of my life, that was just, when I look back, I could not see anything that I had done in those 9 years, relationship-wise, financially, emotionally, spiritually. When I look back at those 9 years, the grief over, wait, what happened? What happened? I am grieving something that I can do nothing about. So when I say to you, you are not dead until you're dead. If you're hurting, move forward. If you're limping, move forward. Right? It's going to call for you to become sometimes something more than who you are right now. It might call for that. But you can do it. If you come in the right circle of people, if you get the right support, it can happen. It can happen. So this evening, I started off with that passion because I want to really get to the crux of the matter of eating that life frog, whether that life frog is financial, whether that life frog is a health issue, whether that life frog is emotional, whether that life frog is spiritual. If we are going to go to that next level, we have to make some firm decisions. Who do I want to become? What do I have to do? And what do I want to earn? We have to answer those 3 questions if we're going to go to that next level. Yeah? And as I reflect on the past couple of sessions that we've been doing, I want to speak to us this evening about 3 C's. 3 C's. Clarity, commitment, and consistency. Right? Clarity, commitment, and consistency. If we are going to go to that next level, these are the 3 things we have to do. These are the 3 things that we have to achieve. clarity, commitment, and consistency. So the question this evening, are you clear? Are you absolutely clear about who you want to become? Because it is okay if you're not that yet, or if you're not that right now, that's okay. But what is required is that you must have clarity about who you want to become. Because if you're clear that this is who you want to become, and then you can juxtapose or you can put that beside who you are right now, it is easier for you to then say, well, okay, I have to cut off this, I have to drop this, I have to change this, I have to add in this. It is easier. So clarity about who you want to become. That's number one. Commitment to becoming that. The commitment to doing whatever it takes, no matter how hard it gets. Commitment. Commitment. And this commitment, if we are going to take ourselves and our businesses to the next level, it means that, one, we have to take ourselves seriously, right? Got to take ourselves seriously, all right? We got to take ourselves seriously. Some of us don't take ourselves seriously. We say we want things. We say we want to do things. We're thinking about it. We're dreaming about it. But we are not committed to ourselves. We're not faithful. We think the thoughts. We get the visions. We could even see what God has done to meet us at our point of need. And yet so we don't take action. Yet so we don't take ourselves seriously. We don't commit to it. We just let it pass. And so that commitment to ourselves. Because you are here, first of all, to meet your goals. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever I want to support you in doing is what you want to achieve. That's the first thing. It's not me telling you what you want to do. It is me creating a process to help you extract from within you the things that you want to do. And once we've established that, my role is to facilitate you achieving that. That's my role. I hold you responsible. I hold you accountable. That's my role. That's my role. It's like you're going to a doctor and you're ill. You go to the doctor helps you to the doctor does the assessment and he helps you to identify what the problem is. And then you say to the doctor, okay, bye, I go in and heal myself. I can go and sort it out. I can come back next week. Here, I can see you in 2 months. Or you don't say anything at all. You just don't show up. So you've decided to work with somebody. You've gone to the doctor because you know he knows, but still you are not giving him the permission, or you're not being consistent enough that now that you've identified what has to be done, you've decided to break the process. You've decided to somehow drop out and come back in and so on. So what you're actually doing is hurting yourself. You're actually impeding your own progress and your own healing. So clarity, commitment, consistency. Why is it important to be consistent? We all struggle with our own selves. We struggle with our own thoughts. We struggle with the things on the inside of us and the things on the outside of us. There are so many things competing for our time and attention. So many things, so many people. And they're all relevant, they're all important. But as I remind us of the principle of pouring into ourselves, we are here because we no longer want to be given from empty cups. We want to take the time to pour into ourselves, to fill our cups up so that we have abundance, so that we can give from the overflow. If we are not consistently building ourselves, if we are not consistently taking time out and going to spaces and places that allows us to learn new skills, meet new people, learn about new places, think new thoughts, right? Think new thoughts. Think new thoughts. Now, those things, as simple as they sound, are so fundamental to going to the next level. We all know there's a saying that says, If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. Some people put it like, it is madness to do the same thing and expect a different result. But yet, because of our human nature, we sometimes fall into that trap without even realizing that we're in that trap. So if we want to shift to the next level, if we want to go to the next level, we have to make some changes. We have to change, and I'm going to give you a couple of factors that could be changed. Thoughts, people, places, right? Things. You understand? Now, if we change, we don't even have to change all. If we change one of those, it is guaranteed that the results are going to be different. And that's why we're here. If we change one of those, guaranteed the results are going to be different. So let's deal with something as simple as thoughts. If you come into a new environment, a new space with new people, you're gonna be forced to think new thoughts, because those people think differently. They think differently. They're not you. So you're gonna be in a space now with people who can impact you. And when you hear that, there's a Bible verse that says, faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And that word of God speaks to rhema word. It speaks to living word. It speaks to transformational word. If you hear things that can change you, that's how your faith comes. Because if you hear something that somebody else has done, it stimulates you. So it's just a thought. What you are able to do comes from a place of having heard something that made you change your mind. And that's why it's important to be in a space with the people who you want to become. If you want to be a lion, you have to train like a lion. You have to train with lions. You have to train like a lion if you want to be a lion. Right? So don't expect to come into the environment and remain the same. Don't expect that at all. Right? Don't expect that. Because from the time you step into an environment, there's another Bible verse that says, iron sharpens iron. If anybody has ever experienced iron, if you take iron and you heat iron, and you heat that thing and then you put it on something, you can see how that image is impressed, right? Iron sharpens iron. So if you come into an environment, expect to be changed. Be consistent with that change. Be consistent to the commitment that you've made to yourself to change. So this evening, I want to talk seriously about some live frogs that we have to address if we're going to go to that next level. If you are here and you have not fully committed to going to the next level, I can't go to the next level. Because the fact that we are in community, the fact that we are here together, it means that whatever one person does automatically impacts the other. That's how it goes. If you don't come, it affects me. It hurts me. Because I'm the one who's preparing and every week and thing. Right? And if I don't come and you come, it hurts you. It affects you, because then I'll be wasting your time. It's a mutual arrangement, right? No. As it relates to commitment, when we are thinking about taking ourselves and our business to the next level, I want to remind us of another principle. If we cannot be faithful in little things, if we cannot be consistent with a 2-hour, 12-week program, regardless of how hard it gets, like I said, I've committed to being here every Sunday. The only thing that will stop me from being here is death. I have children, I have a home, I have all sorts, I got a dog, I got all sorts of things going on, but I have to be here, right? I have to be here. That's the arrangement. That's the commitment. If we cannot be consistent in coming to a 12-week program for 2 hours, for every 2 hours for 12 weeks consistently, how do we expect to become Bill Gates? Which big business do we expect to run? A toothache? A headache? Eyelash in your eye? You broke your foot. You understand what I'm saying? If we want to be lions, we got to train with lions. Right? A lot of those people that we look at and we admire, if we were to really go behind the scenes and see the type of adversity that they have to deal with, we would faint. Right? So I am so inspired this evening. Y'all see me here real hyper panting because I bring some extra energy because I met a lady last night. Well, I didn't meet her last night. I met her before. But she was talking to me last night. Listen. And I could still feel all in my chest. Like, it's funny how hyper I got from just hearing her and she sharing her story and just seeing the things that she has produced. One woman, no assistants, no cleanup person. I am bowled over. I gotta do better. I gotta do more. Right? So I am here this evening for each of us. This is not just for me to inspire you, because the reason you are here is that you are here too because of purpose. You have something within you that can inspire me, that can inspire somebody else in the room. And I am here this evening. This evening we are going to eat the life frog of apathy. Right? Y'all see my attitude this evening. I can see Sakura face looking at me. No, I taught Sakura at St. Leonard's Girls' School. Sakura was still up, I sick of mom. I had enough of mom. I taught Sakura at St. Leonard's Girls' School when Sakura was what, 14? Sakura, when I met you, you were 14, 15? So Sakura know how dread I just get. Right? But I have a passion for seeing people and helping people maximize their potential. And that's why I'm here with you this evening. And I am here. You might get a little vexed with me, but understand that's my job. And the reason why I didn't charge a lot of money is so that you can't quit. You can't say, well, oh, I can't afford it. Right? I made it extremely affordable. And if I had to push the envelope and say, look, come for free, and I saw that that's what you needed or that's what I need to do to help you, that's what I will do too. So you can't say, man, I pay for that. I pay for you to come out at me. I invited you here free. You understand? Because I am willing to go that extra mile with you. Right? And I need you to go with me. So this evening, I want us to begin to eat some live frogs. Right? This evening, the question is, are you good enough? Do you believe that you are good enough? Do you believe that you are good enough? Do you believe you're good enough? And if you believe you're good enough, I want you to unmute your mic. And in let's say 5 minutes, 5 seconds, let's say 5 seconds to 3 minutes or less, I want you to tell me your name and what you do. And this is how we are going to eat our life frogs, because a lot of times the things that we have to offer to the world, we don't have the clarity. We know, okay, this is what I do, but we're, for one reason or another, we playing small, we shrinking. Oh, I'm not selling my business. Who's going to sell it for you? Who's going to sell it for you? You not feeling well? I remember one of my students on here this evening. She messaged me. She said, "Mom, I got a headache, but I still come and listening on." I realized I love her. I love her because I said, "Yeah, this is my tribe, right?" I remember when I used to be ill. I was a younger woman, very young in marriage and stuff like that. And I had a friend who was a pharmacist, Dolores Morris. And I remember when I whenever I was in pain, I would not want to take medication. I would want to, you have this backward thing, the side effects, and you don't want to take the medication. And Dolores as a pharmacist said, no, Cheryl, you're nursing the pain. But that's what, no. You got to decide if you want to be well or if you want to sick. Make a decision. Right? So my friend who called messaged me this evening and said, Mama, go ahead. Take 2 Panadols. And I don't mean to be rude, y'all. Everybody here know I love you. Take 2 Panadols. This is how if it is that we want to go to that next level financially and stuff, that's how those people do it. I remember when I used to train at Julian, I used to do cross training, and I would take the staff from Julian to different stores on Broad Street. I would pick out certain business places and stuff. And one of the places I would always take my employees was to Jeff Metz on Broad Street, which was owned by Anna Adamira, who was the ex-wife to Hulute. So I'm telling you that so you understand why I chose her. So there's Anna Adamira, who's the ex-wife to Hallow, who was also ex-wife to Bejercum. You understand? Right, right. And I would take my staff there. And I remember, let me tell you, all I know about mad people, trust what I tell you. I remember the first time I took my staff to Anna Adamira to Jeff Mex. I heard Anna answer the phone. Good morning, get an umbrella and come to work. The rain was falling. Anna picked up the phone. Yes, good morning, get an umbrella and come to work. So my face now like, what a weird way to answer the phone. And then I heard Anna say, oh, okay, I thought it was one of my employees, you know, because once the rain falls, they always call in and said, it wasn't an employee? And I put the phone on and said, listen, yeah, Cheryl, that's how I am. Every time there's rainfall in Barbados, that's what my employees do to me. So she just started, get an umbrella and come to work. I thought this was crazy. But you know what? Anna brought me closer to her and brought me into her private space. Anna showed me something she was doing for a living. Anna had discovered a new art technique by traveling different places. And Anna was converting people's photos into this artwork and selling the pieces for 50, 60, 100,000 and all kind of thing. Anna did all those like paintings and stuff, all the paintings of Carl Williams, and at the time it was she had David Thompson, she had done Owen Arthur, Beverly Arthur, all these people, $60,000 for one thing. And the photo, because when she showed me the process, I could not believe what I was seeing. I could not believe what I was seeing. Right? So I am here this evening to inspire us to really make some serious decisions about who we are to become. So I want us to unmute our mics. If you know where you're going, if you know what you are going to be doing, unmute your mic, introduce yourself, and let the world know. This is our practice time. This is target practice. This is the shooting range. Right? Because the world is waiting on you. The world is waiting on your service. There's maybe somebody in this very session who needs the very thing that you are hiding under a bushel. Yeah, we all went to Sunday school and we sing the Sunday school. This is a light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. We sing it. Hide it under a bushel, no. But when it comes to business, there are things, there are psychological things that have impacted us, that have said, okay, no, you can't let nobody know what you're doing. Oh no, if you're making a lot of money, you can't tell them, because we have all those things. Well, we are here to change the script this evening. Make a lot of money.